visual performance.
The elves live in exile. Yet they sense danger. Stand alongside their old allies. Fight together as once before. Of magic.
I said that
the
already.
Thank you. Prophecy.
So this just was a first impression of the graphical improvement of the new class, new race, the elves, and we go into more detail now, as you can see. The character creation is now improved. You now can choose the elves as a race. We have added 2 new classes, the ward and the druid, replacing the priest and the knight that are only available for humans. Druids, of course, supporter class, priests of nature, if you want. The warden is a more close combat type of fighter. He's using pets as well. During his career, he can choose between 3 pets. You can level up all the skills, but you can only use 1 at a time. And all these skills are, all these 2 new classes are available as secondary and primary classes, as we used to be for here we have a level 55 Druid Warden combination already prepared to show you a bit of the first elven area, which is called the Elven Island. Here you will learn about all the basics of the game through not a single tutorial, but through different quests leading you around this wonderful new place. You can see that we're now able to use multiple levels and height. That means we not only have structures on the ground, but now with the elves living in the treetops closer to nature, we added this new additional height level where the buildings are connected by bridges. And once you go down to the ground, you will then see that in this first starter area, where you will arrive at level 1 or 3, you have already access to all the amenities that you're used to from the game, like mailbox, like crafting stations, and access to the auction house, to housing. Everything is already in place here. Once you finish the quest line, you have discovered more of the elf lore, you have seen more of the elf architecture, you know more about your classes, and then you will be directed to a harbor, where you then will be flown over to the old continent that's already existing in game, to Varanasi, the central town, and from there you will then join the humans in the fight for good. Now we have prepared a bit of footage showing you the new PvP zone. It's King of the Hill battleground. We already have arenas where you can fight 1 versus 1, 3 versus 3, and capture the flag. After that, now we are adding this King of the Hill, where you have to fight for those crystals that you can see in the background. The team that captures all or most of the crystals obviously will win the battle. Here you will already see that we have wardens in both teams, and their pets are fighting each other. This is the third tier of the pet class pets that we have. We have a close combat, we have a magical pet, and you can use them in PvP, as you can see, as well as in the other parts. Now, on the other screen, we will now see one of the new zones that we are going to introduce. We call it the Savage Lands. It's a very rainforest type zone, continuing our effort to make every zone that we add to the game very special, giving it their own feel. Here we are now on one of our mounts, riding into the north, to one of the Naga camps. Probably next week, when we release the first update that will lead up to the Elf Prophecy, you will already see those new, let's say, arch enemies of the elves, the Naga, who set up camp in that new zone. And when you then move out of that zone, you will learn more about where they come from, why they are now back in this world. They come from a prison-like zone in the west, and are now migrating over to the east and down to the south. And with the elves coming back, the elves have to come back to fight this arch enemy. Now we have spawned the first pet that you can now control through this additional skill bar. In this case, it's a close range fighter, melee fighter, which will aid you in the fight against this Naga guardian. All pets that we now have for the warden do have special abilities. The mage, magic using pet, you can use to well, it can self-destruct, let's put it this way. You can use that pet, it can self-destruct, so when its hit points are low, you just press the self-destruct button and it does massive AoE damage. Then you have to finish the fight somehow to summon the next one. So we're now jumping to another part of the zone, a bit closer to the west. We just chose now this location that you will see in a couple of seconds, because it's again visually beautiful and introduces you to a new NPC faction that we're adding, pygmies.